Well, good afternoon, all. Not sure whether we've got anyone here at the moment. No, that's okay. I'm about a minute, 2 minutes late joining, so I do apologise for that. My last meeting overran slightly, as meetings do. So, how are you? How are you getting on? Fire away any questions that you might have for me. Just let me know. I will be here until about 4 o'clock. So while we're waiting for others to join, let's stick the old kettle on, I think. Put the old jumper on today, because that's still a bit nippy out there, as they say. What was that, 4 degrees? That feels really chilly out there today. I think they was on about us having snow, but I don't think that's... I was just going to check the weather app. I know you can't always go on weather apps, can you? I thought someone said we met me having some snow. No, it's just a possibility of rain today, so that's good. Anyway, let's put this kettle on, I think. I will be back with you in 2 ticks. So, while we wait for other people to join, let's just see what's happening. Now, the cats have been quiet so far. I say so far. I did add on a new video this morning, which was me trialing out. Now, I haven't ate all of them. But I did try out this morning. Where are we? Mr. Porky. So I've got to stop eating these. I'm meant to be leaving someplace. I'm just fine with Mr. Porky if yeah. See, the dog's waiting already. Got ears like a hawk. Should do well for a pensioner. Hang on. We'll share this, won't we? That's the idea. Yeah, I must got to stop eating them, really. So, oh dear. Well, all nice and quiet at the moment. You want to go out? All right. Because, as usual, the dog never wants to go out until I go on a meeting. Oh dear. I believe that sounds like our kettle just clicked. Now, I'll tell you what I've always missed, and this was a downfall in the kitchen of the modern world, whistling kettles. I don't know what it is, whether it's a bit nostalgic or whatever, but I've got to admit, I do love the sound of a whistling kettle, and I don't think I've actually been in an area where we've had one since I was a youngster. So I can remember one time Granny used to have a whistling kettle. If you do miss that, that's actually it's be quite good. Anyway, let's go and let's get this cuppa done. Cuppa channel full of cuppa. This is. And we're back again. So we'll just let that stew a bit in the hot water. That's what you meant to leave it. Leave it for a minute to 2 minutes for all the tea to flow out. So, have we got one viewer coming in? Hopefully. Hopefully I'm not on my own here for a cuppa for an hour. No, they've gone again. Could be Alpha trying to get in. Now, I was thinking about filming this weekend, but not sure what the weather's going to be. I don't think the weather's going to be too great. But I also know I'm getting a bit behind on videos. So I think I might have to play it by ear a bit this weekend. So let's just let this dog in. So anyway, I've got to stop keep eating these Mr. Porkies. So end up giving me a heart attack though. They do taste nice though. Oh dear. Anyway, just give the tea one more minute to simmer around. But yeah, no, I wanted to get another. I know I'm a bit behind on going out on videos. The weather's well, I've been lots to do at work anyway, so it's been difficult to get some filming done. But yeah, we'll see what we can film this weekend. I've still got another Lego project to do yet, so I must get that done. See, the Lego ones have been doing quite well. Good to see that some people ain't grown up just like me. Oh dear. So, but yeah, don't forget from my video today, try it. They sent me the porkies. You can always check them out. I think it's where is it? Yeah, tryit.co.uk. Like I say, this was something that my missus got sent, and I did the video for her. I did get to eat the porkies as well, so that was quite nice. So that's worth it in the end, anyway. But yeah, I think they do a few things. I've got some more videos for these to do yet coming. But the rest of it's pet food, so obviously I can't eat it anyway. But I will show you the pets eating it. So we will do them videos. They'll come along as well. Just as I get time to do that. Anyway, let's get this milk in. No. Right, finally. I know I should have done that cuppa before. I was so running late on the last meeting. I thought, yeah. No, let me show you this cup. Now, my daughter brought me this cup. So, I don't know whether if I hold that up there, let me get that right. And then as you turn it around, without trying to drop this on the keyboard, and then you just see the lights on it now, isn't it? To see the dog. Yeah, love that. But yeah, she got me that. So thank you for buying me that mug. Can never have enough mugs, can we? So what do we have planned? I still got to get these bloody Norwich walks done yet. It's just getting the time. I know I need to get up early and get out and do them. It's a lot of Norwich videos I want to do. I need to be up early in the morning, I think, just so that the crowds in as big as they normally would be. Just makes the filming a little bit easier. So I must get round to do that and get that done. I am going to do it. Is I keep putting it off. That's also getting the time and all. But there's definitely, particularly one of the videos, I think I'll need to be kinder up at 6 in the morning really to start filming. So yes, but no, we must get that done. I'm tempted to nearly take a day's holiday and then do it that way. But yeah. Anyway, cheers. But it is Friday. It's the Friday call. We can't do these Friday calls a lot now, we? So I did say I was going to move it to a different day. But and then you end up doing something on another different day. And weekends I normally try and leave so we can get some filming done. But yeah, normally easier said than done. But never mind. We'll have to come up with a better plan, really. Need a better plan for filming. Like retirement, that might be one. So yeah. Yeah, I see the old church video catalogue. That's slowly going up now. So we're slowly building a little archive for everyone to have a look. Just makes you wonder how much longer these buildings will be here. Although I'm sure they'll outlive me, but you know how the country's going. You never know. You never know what they'll be. So, oh dear. Oh, so how have you been? How is everyone? It's slowly getting through because next thing you know, you see you'll be halfway through February, and that'll be another month done. Oh dear. Yes, it's my usual Friday waffle on of and my Friday debate of what time will Tesco's.com turn up today. Now, I know we mentioned this last week. Last week they were actually a bit later than they normally are. So I wonder if he'll be dead on time today, which will be normally about 5 o'clock, but who knows? So, no. Hi, Alpha. How's it going? You got headphones this time. I don't know whether that was you trying to get in a bit earlier. I saw someone kept trying to get in and then they went out again. Me. Don't know, Alpha. I feel bloody knackered this week. I must be getting old. Yeah, it's all I'll say is within our company there's been some changes. What we'll do, we'll say some people who used to be in the business aren't here now, and obviously that work still exists. So at the moment you feel like you're getting piled on a bit at the minute. So yeah, as good as Friday. Bad point is the work I do, it's a 24/7 operation, so it never really stops. So the only time that seems to stop for me is when I'm on holiday. And as we're just seeing nowadays, like with the Tenerife videos last year, I'm normally doing YouTube anyway, so you're normally working still. But that's all the fun of doing YouTube, I guess. It's never ending. So I just wanted to see and have a think where we're going to possibly see if we can do any filming this weekend. It's a bit weather dependent. It's been a bit crap weather-wise. And today, that's really cold out there today. How good was the food review? Yeah, actually, I could have read bags of them. I have it, Mr. Porkies. I try not to have them because I know they don't do you any good, really, especially when you're getting old. But yeah, I do like the taste of them, I have to say. So I did the shell the bag up there. So I was meant to be saving some leaves for the missus, and I seem to have ate most of them. So I've got to stop eating. I better wait until she's had some, really. If not, I'll end up and go for the whole bag. So, see, the dog's come back now because she think we're opening the bag of food. Not yet. It's not tea time yet. Oh dear. Oh, anyway, the channel of the cuppa. We got to. Oh dear. So how's your day been in Alpha? Has it been full on, or I bet you're glad it's Friday? Oh dear. So now, what I can tell people is, although I can't give you dates of when we're going to film, but I have booked up 2 more places to go and visit this year, which will be a whole day's filming. I will tell people nearer the time. One is kind of local in a place I haven't been before. Probably it's like my mum. She'll go an entire bag of onion rings. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, I've sunk a whole bag of onion rings before. I can hear you. I've got my headphones. Yeah, I could quite easily eat a whole bag of onion rings. So, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I've booked 2 places up to go and do filming on, just to add to the collection for this year. So we will let everyone know a bit nearer the time. One's kind of local to me, and one's down London way. So that'll be we'll bring them to everyone, and then they can be bored following me round again for another day. So, but yeah, I thought I'd try and book some places again, some little travel outings. One place that I have booked up for this year. I think I was about 15 last time I went, so no idea what that's like now. But you give it a go. It's a day out, isn't it? So, oh, but yeah. But yeah, glad it's kind of glad it's a weekend, so you can get a little bit of respite from work. I know I'm not actually at the moment. I'm not actually on holiday until June, so which still feels about a million miles away. The problem is you kind of wish your holiday gets here, and then when it gets here, that goes, and it feels like minutes. So I've got a joke. Do you want to hear it? Boo? Yeah, go for it, mate. Let's we could do with a good joke. Although this ain't going to be where Jamie cuts you out for a while. Oh dear. So, what else is ongoing? What's a book club? What's that stuck on one book? No idea, mate. Do tell. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and they are kinds of book club people, I would imagine. Me being, I used to do church quite a bit, but so I don't do it now. It's I'm afraid, how can I do it without not upsetting loads of people? I find it's got a bit too political. That's all I can say. It just got a bit too one-sided for me, I'm afraid. You used to go to church to do church things, and now that's how can I put it this way? It's sort of turned into a bit of a left-wing conference now, and it gets a bit boring. So, I think if you're kind of rich and live in North London, I'm sure that's fine. But for the rest of the normal people of the world, yeah, I think they perhaps need to wake up, really. But there, enough of that political chat. Let's we don't like to do that here. We perhaps won't have a channel long if we did a lot of that. So, I don't know. The country just does your head in at the minute. Really does. You just feel like beam me up somewhere. I perhaps more feel really for perhaps your generation, Alpha, or the younger generation. Really, I'm kind of glad I'm not a teenager now. You just sort of wonder where this will be in another 30, 40 years. I mean, I don't care because I won't be here, but I mean, yeah, they do read a lot. Whether that's the right thing they're reading, who knows? So, but there, never mind. We can all have well, I suppose we can have an opinion at the minute. I suppose it depends what your opinion is, but there, let's not go there. I hate my gin and the ones on. Yeah. Yeah. What? How can I answer that? Let me just rewrite that, shall I? Let me just try and spell it correctly this time. That's better. Yeah. I could get to the point where I think do humans just think too much, really? I'm not saying some bits we don't help matters, I guess. But yeah, I think as generations go on, all generations have their own challenges. But I do think we're kind of how can I put this without upsetting people? I just think we're moving far, far away from the basics and reality, and I'll go into my little rant. I just get sick to death of how people nowadays just think that they can control nature, and I'm thinking you can't. All right, I'll just break it to you now. That ain't going to happen. So we've tried on lots of different aspects to alter nature, and when we have kind of slightly controlled nature, it never ends well. But I just think teaching and telling people one way when it's really not reality, I don't know where it ends with that. I perhaps won't say. I won't perhaps put any more comments on that, but I think if people stop living in Disney World and actually join reality, and I appreciate most normal working people in the country know what I'm on about, but I think there's a lot that, I'm pretty certain if a lot of people weren't gaining free living and had to actually earn it, I think they might wake up a bit more. But there we go. But the more I hear about finances for the country, I can see we're coming to a railroad heading to some buffers soon, and I don't think that's going to end well. But there, who knows? We may have a miracle happen. You never know. So all we can do is wait and deal with it when we get there. The only bit I just get with when I see very young people coming up, the only thing that scares me is they just can't seem to problem solve like, say, my generation or older had to, which is a bit of a shame. Which is a bit of a shame because there is some really good young bright people out there, and I just think they've just been kind of maybe not taught in the right direction. But who knows? What would I know? I'm just some old fart from the 70s. What would I know? You're fine, mate. No worries. You had them safe. I'll carry on waffling here for another 35 minutes. I'll tell you, I'm sure no one wants to get hold of you until you do a live, and then everyone's trying to get hold of you. But anyway, do we have anyone else with any questions at all? Or but I'll finish this cuppa. Yeah. I'll tell you what, you look outside, and that weather ain't getting any better, is it? I'm kind of glad once we perhaps move on to, I don't know, March, April time. Hopefully the weather will pick up a bit then. I know there is one or two areas I've already filmed, which I want to go back to as we move into spring, only because the surroundings change, and I wanted to capture that for you, and I think I did mention that in the videos. So, especially like as spring come and we get the new flowers and new parts of nature changing. We can't talk about nature on it, but yeah, I can't wait for it to be a bit warmer, mate. I know it'll be nice and warmer on going on holiday, but obviously I can't tell you lot that yet. So we'll release that there at the time as a nice little surprise for everyone. Oh dear. Oh, but yeah, we got lots planned this year. How much I managed to actually get done is here and there. I do definitely need to be filming in Kings Lynn next week. So, because there is an event coming on in the next week or so, and I want to get that captured. I want to do the walkthrough at Kings Lynn. I keep kind of preparing it, but I must get off my bum and get it filmed and done. So yeah, we will try and get that done next week. I'm hoping, he says. I'm just hoping the weather could hold out for just a little while. Oh dear God. Yeah, I'm just hoping. What's the weather for now? Oh, well, yeah, ain't too bad next week actually. Yeah, we will see. Either next week or week after, we'll get some of this Kings Lynn bit done, because there is a bit that I particularly want to film. That might end up being a long-winded film. That's the only thing that's worrying me. We'll perhaps do it in 2 parts. We'll see. We'll see how the editing goes. We'll just get the filming done first. Now, I keep hearing lots of bits. Now, do I do like film it in a whole segment and then people can just go back and watch bits as they want to watch it? Or do we do like these little shorter clips, like 10 minutes? Or I just wonder what people prefer, really. I keep hearing that people just prefer the little short videos. But then again, there's stuff you want to show and you can't always do it like that. But it's... But there, we'll put it out. Unfortunately, like the Lego stuff, there's just no way you can do that in a short bit. Not unless you put it on fast forward. So, but yeah, as I said at the start, there is another Lego one coming. I'm not going to pretend that I've started filming it yet, because I haven't. I've been trying to leave it until we perhaps get some really crappy weather and I can't go out. So, 2 parts is better, 2 times more views because they want. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I think that as some I've got lined up, I definitely know like my Norwich videos. I mean, that's going to be a whole playlist anyway because there's just too much there that I want to cover. So, and there's one bit in Norwich I want to do, but I'm not quite certain whether the construction, because I want to do the castle, and I still think they're doing refurb on it at the moment. I was hoping that would be done by now, but that's because I know that's cost them millions. I mean, I'm glad I haven't funded it. I don't know, perhaps through tax, no doubt I have. But yeah, I wanted to do a video there. And I'd imagine the race will be on once the castle is open, finally open, because I doubt people have been up there for quite a while to film. So I'd imagine the race will be on once that's all up and done and ready to go. That they'll all be up there trying to be the first one to capture it. So, but there, we'll get my take on it anyway. But I don't know whether they've finished it yet or not. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm hoping it'll be this year. But I know they've been completely refurbing it inside and out and literally turning it back to how it would have been originally, I guess. So we will see. We will see. I don't think I've been up there since about, I'm trying to think when I last went, about, bloody hell. I don't know when that would have been actually. About 2013, 2010. I don't know. I know it's been a long time since I've been to the castle. So again, there's another one of these things that's not overly cheap to get in nowadays. So I don't imagine once they've done a refurb, they'll charge you even more. But no, there's a few other bits I've got lined up, and I did spot another one the other day that I'm gonna do. But again, it's the only problem with YouTube, and you like to make it so it's easy to film, but on the other hand, when the weather's crap, the filming ain't great either. So you're sort of stuck in the middle. And there's one of these places that it's just not going to be good to film when the weather's not great. But the problem is also when the weather does pick up, the place will get packed. So, but we'll have to just do what we can do. But yeah, we've definitely got some good outings booked. And like I said, I've booked 2 more. And then we'll see wherever else the year takes us. So, but yeah, I wanted to get out and do. I want to get out more out in England, in the country, really, to do. It's just a shame you just don't have the time and the finance to do it, really. But luckily, we have other YouTubers around the country, so where we can't get to, I'm sure they can. So we'll just kind of maybe concentrate in our own area. But you never know. When we get chance to get out, we'll get out. So, you just can't beat a good cup of tea, can you? But yeah, I think we'll go for the shorter bits and try and stick it to maybe 20 minutes or less, and then see how it goes. I'll see how YouTube looking like at the moment. No, I believe I can hear the cats. So that must be getting there 4 o'clock because I always think it's tea time then. Oh dear. What? Oh, you want to go out again? Oh, dogs. Oh, they're all going outside now. Right. Now, here's one. Do you think that's nearly tea time? Not quite yet. Got another hour yet, mate. Haven't we? Another hour to go. Then we can have some tea, can't we? Yeah? Go on then. Oh. Go on. Go on then. Oh, see, they're all coming in now. What? What is it? Just when you think you've got some peace and then you haven't, have you? No. No, I did want to look at some other bits I wanted to do as well. The dog walks, we've got to get back on that as well. Again, obviously weather doesn't really help. So but I did do the walk that I did the last week, which would have been the Tarrington and Clement Part 4. And I have a Part 5 coming. I'll tell a little secret here. I haven't actually started it yet because where I want to go, I do definitely need better weather than it is at the moment. Because if it isn't, then yeah, it's really not great. One, to film, and two, to actually even walk about. It's quite out on the marshes, and we definitely need a bit better weather than we got at the moment. But that is coming. That'll definitely be here this year. Again, I haven't been out there for what feels like forever. This part that I'm going to, it's another part of Tarrington. Tarrington's and Clement's quite a big village. Quite a big, what do we call it, parish? But it's it's a good chunk between kind of, I'd like to say, kind of between King's Lynn. There is other villages before that, before obviously I upset everyone. But it's one of the bigger villages between kind of sort of Lincolnshire and King's Lynn. So, but there's another big part of the marsh that I haven't been to since at least over a decade. I would say, yeah, possibly nearly 20 years I haven't been up there. So I want to go and film up there. One, it'll be interesting because to see what it looks like now, because like I said, I haven't been there since for I would say at least 20 years. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like now. And obviously to capture it, because we've never ever caught anything, or I haven't in my lifetime, never caught anything on film up there, and I wanted to capture that. Because like I said, some of the point of doing this is to create an archive for my kids when I'm not here as well, so they can look back and see what a wonderful life and upbringing I had. No, that's been good. So, but I think it's just good to archive, and also for people to look back. As I've always said, you know, when you're researching people from hundreds of years to come, I think as a race we are now with photography and filming and video footage and that, there'll be such an archive there now of what our lives were like, maybe compared to what it was like several hundred years ago. And I think it'd be interesting for people to go back and either see the good bits we did or to see the complete mess ups that we did. But there, we wouldn't be human without it, would we? So, no, we have about 20 minutes left. So, koala. Yeah, that's good, mate. Yeah, hadn't seen that before. That's quite good. You coming? No? All right then. Thought we had a cat joining us then again. Obviously not. Wait, back again. Come on then. And another one joins us. Look at him. A squid. Hello. Tell us getting our tea time, can't we? Getting our tea time? I think it is. Not long now. Not long. I think he'll be saying you can put the heat on now if you want. 4 o'clock, mate. We'll put it on at 4. Oh, dear. That's funny how you'll maybe get 1 or 2 good days and then suddenly you'll really get the weather rough like it is now. But, I don't know. I can still hear him purring even now. They get 1 little cuddle and that's it. They're off. Literally off. No. No, I shouldn't because these packets of Mr. Porky are running out. This is the other one. Oh dear. How many more? I've got to leave some of these. Let's just try some of these little bits. Look at that. I shouldn't really, but really got to stop eating these. Can still get hooked on these. Yeah. So, what else is going on at the moment? What you got planned for the weekend then, Alpha? Or are you just going to be chilling out? I'm at home now. That's good. What's the weather like there, mate? Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. I was going to see what I'm going to be doing. I think my parents are over tomorrow. So, although I think we're meant to be going out somewhere with them, but we'll have to see what they're up to. Never know, I might be able to get a little tea room reviewing. So that's what you do when you get older, Alfie. You see, once you get 50 odd, all you do is go visiting tea rooms. Oh dear, hang on. Now the cat wants to come in now. Oh dear. Yeah. Now, if I think of filming for the weekend and looking outside at the minute, that's not looking overly promising. But who knows? Fingers crossed. Hopefully, maybe we might be able to get out somewhere Sunday. We will have to see. There is another place I'm thinking of visiting, and I'm tempted to do it kind of in the week now before the kids break up. I've painted under my nails. All right, what have you been painting today? Yeah, as I was saying, there's a place I want to go and film, and I'm just tempted to do it before the kids break up for Easter, really, because I just know that'll get packed out, and it's just kind of easier to film before, while it's a bit quieter. So I'm tempted to do that, possibly this month. I think it's another one of these museum kind of places. A bit like the aviation museum, but on a different aspect. So I'm tempted maybe to have a look there, really. because I think some of that is inside as well. So that'll make it a bit easier to film a wall and literally watch and paint dry. Yeah, I'll say when I was at high school, I did painting and decorating course, which is one of these technical college courses we did, and yeah, that was covering all aspects of decorating and painting. But yeah, that was a bit like that. So something's obviously upsetting the dog. Oh. Yeah, you can tell we're getting there 4 o'clock because all the animals are queuing up. Well, isn't it funny how animals know that when that's tea time? Painting decorating for 9 weeks. Yeah, I did it. I think we had 2 options at the time. For this GCSE, because I think you could do computers then, although they're nothing like the computers we have now. They're very primitive then. So we either had that, and I wasn't really into computers then. You wouldn't know it now, but in them days, which would have been late 80s, yeah. So that was either go and do computers, or which you nearly needed a maths degree just to turn the bloody computer on. Or you could do paint and decorate, and that just looked more fun. And I thought, yeah, we must about doing this. So, so I went and done that instead. Yeah. So, well, that wasn't too bad. So, something to do that got you out of high school once a week. But yeah. What's she doing now? Come on in. Oh dear, oh dear. What's the matter? You're nice and cold. Was it cold outside? Good job you got your jacket on, innit? Oh, they're funny things, aren't they? But yeah, so plenty of stuff coming. It'll get better as we get through the year. Right. Yeah, that's good, mate. Oh dear. Do not feel like I could just sleep for a bloody week. Do not for years and years. I don't think I've slept properly. Used to be alright when I was younger, but I just cannot sleep properly now. That'd be lovely to actually just go to bed and just sleep through. Yeah, good one, Alva. Oh dear. Now, I suppose what I really must do at some point. Now, I've been trying to see how long the battery lasts because I have one of these Pixel watches, and so that is the Pixel Watch 3. I've actually been really impressed with the battery life. Like, just the battery just seems to take forever for this to drain. So I haven't charged this since yesterday morning, and even now. So I generally use the watch all day. I normally take it off at night because I think even with these modern things, I don't think I can't see it does your skin a lot of good to have that contact 24/7. But yeah. So I normally take it off before we go to bed and that, and then normally put it on again in the morning. So, as I was saying, before I lose my way, as I normally do, I normally charge it up in the morning and then put it on before I head out to work. And I haven't charged this since yesterday morning. and I've worn it all day today as well. And even now, it's still on 38% battery, which is quite impressive because I certainly know the last Apple Watch I had, if you got a bloody day out of it, you was doing well. That I would easily say this Pixel Watch has lasted 2 days on one battery charge. So yeah, quite impressed with that. And some people have asked what we do the filming on. This is what I do everything on. I have the Pixel 9 Pro XL. So yeah, that's my phone of choice at the moment. I'm sure by the end of this year I'm going to have to end up going back to iPhone, but because I use the DJI Osmo 6 or whatever it's called, but it's but I just find the app really, because there isn't an app in Android. I think there's one on iOS, but not on Android. And I don't know. I just think the whole setup seems to be aimed around having iPhones. And I think doing some of this YouTube and stuff, it's I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm a complete novice at it, so I don't know either. But I do think perhaps long term I'm going to have to go back to Apple anyway, and go back on that gear. The only thing I would say is, as much as I don't mind the filming on the Pixel, but I don't think the video stabilization is quite as good as iOS. I have to admit, as much as it's okay. And the photographs on the Pixel are pretty good, but I don't think the video stabilization is quite as good as iOS. But having said, on the other hand, I do like the Pixel phone. That ain't the first one I've had. I've had a few of them now. Never really had an issue with any of them, to be honest. So the only issue I've got at the moment with this one, for the first time ever, now I will admit, and I haven't done this for a long time. I don't know if you can see it on there, but I've cracked all the screen. I dropped it when I was filming one day. You know, I used to sit there moaning at the kids about dropping the phone, and yeah, and I did it on that one. I'd only had the phone, I think, a couple of months. Yeah, I'm going to show my age now, aren't I? I've had a mobile phone. I think I had my first mobile phone going back to, I think it would have been about I'd like to say 1994. And then I think there was only two companies in the country that did phones. Now, some old farts on here might know what I'm about to say, but before it was called Vodafone, I think it was Victor Vodak. Now, yeah. So now, when I first had a mobile phone, we didn't have all these kind of tariffs like we have now, where you get so many minutes and unlimited tech. Bloody hell, you could only dream. Well, data didn't exist then. There wasn't no data then. It literally was just voice calls and very primitive SMS then. But when I first had a phone, unless you already had lots of money, you had a phone, but you very rarely ever used it because it costs so much to use. When I first, like now, you can take calls and you don't really get billed with it unless you're getting scammed or something. But now, when I first had a mobile phone, when they wouldn't have been out that long, I guess, or certainly not for the mass, not only did you have to pay per minute to make a phone call, if anyone phoned you up, you was billed per minute as well. So you had to pay both ways, and that got really quite expensive. And I'm sure, I'm trying to think off the top of my head now, used to have tariffs then, which were peak and off peak, as I remember. And I'm pretty certain something like that then, I think whether it was an incoming call or an outgoing call, I think it was something like 35p a minute. And Nokia 3310, bloody hell, Andrew. Yeah, I remember them. I've had a few of them as well. And I'll tell you what, you could bloody throw them about, shove them in the washing machine, everything. Oh, these be great little things. Yeah. In fact, now, where are we? We still have them for work. Look at that. You always get someone to call you when you're on the thing. Anyway, so yeah, I still have the old 33s for work. So I'm a Norwich boy. Now I do want to set Pete. I live in Norwich, but I'm not. I didn't originally come from here. I was originally from Kings Lynn way or Kings Lynn. So I didn't know whether I swearing or not, but there we go. Before I completely lose track. So in the old days, you used to have to pay for calls coming in and going out. And I'm pretty certain off the top of my head then, the tariffs were off-peak, which I suppose basically was weekends or nights. It was 35p a minute. And if you did it off-peak, which was pretty much during the bloody day when you'd normally do it, it was like 50p a minute. So lots of people like me had these mobiles, and that was really for show or an emergency because you didn't bloody use it. Off Sproston Road. Yeah, I'm obviously not too far away from you, mate. I'm in Sproston as well. I won't go too much further than that on here, but but that's where I am anyway. So, right, now. Let's just silence that phone for a moment. I thought I'd done that. Difference between phone then and now lose. Yeah. To be fair, mate, they were pretty. I can remember. Well, I'm trying to think I think my first ever phone. Although I couldn't tell you what the model was, I can't remember because to be fair, I've had so many mobile phones in my life. But yeah, in the early days, they used to only be 12-month contracts. You didn't have to buy the bloody phone. Well, I'll rephrase it. You didn't have to buy the phone. It was part of the package that you brought, I believe. But yeah, I'm trying to think what I paid now. Honestly, I can't remember now. But I think then you didn't, like I said, you didn't have these tariffs then. Basically, it was, I suppose it was a kind of, a bit like some of the business phones you have now. You paid monthly towards a handset, but basically you just used to get like a utility bill each month with the calls that you'd made and the calls that you'd received. So in a kind of way, I suppose it was a bit more. Well, actually, I can see good aspects to what we do now. At least you kind of know, unless you take the piss, you kind of know what you're paying each month. Where then, if you hardly use the phone, the bill wasn't too bad. If you're sensible with it, and then days, if you ripped the piss out of it, then yeah, I'm sure that used to cost you quite a bit, which it would do because you were paying per minute. But like I said, there wasn't no data then. That wasn't a thing then. So, but yeah, I've certainly had a good choice of phones. I've had quite a few iPhones. I was heavily into Blackberries, which, do you know what? As much as they mocked them even now, I still loved them. They were pretty bulletproof. I don't think I ever had a BlackBerry that went wrong. I've had a few Windows phones. Again, real shame. I really still think Microsoft missed a thing there. I'm sure on the account sheet that's helped them by getting rid of Windows Phone, but I do really think they really suffered not having them. Personally, it was a big chunk of now there isn't any need to go on bloody Windows now because you'll just go Apple or bloody Android. I'm afraid in this mobile out in the field. If I can say it out there now, you need the mobile system and a mobile phone, and Microsoft don't have a mobile phone. But there we go. That's another chat for another time. And I'll perhaps leave that for the tech experts. But yeah, certainly had quite a few phones in my time. So maybe at some point, Andrew, we can have a chat at some point. Let me just drop you a note on there as well. But yeah. Yeah, I'm going to head off and close us off now, Alpha, anyway. So thanks for coming along. Andrew, thanks for showing up, mate. And hopefully we can have another chat another time. I will call it a day on this live now. We will have another one of these pretty soon. I'll possibly do one another Friday. I keep meaning to try and find another day to do this on, but we'll... I may stick with the Fridays at the moment and see how we go. Anyway, thanks for everyone who came. Thanks for everyone who viewed and who liked. And also, if you catch the live, once it's gone into the old catalogue, then you can have a look whenever you feel like it. Bit like I do some other people's, because you can't always be available when there's a live. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscribes. If you can subscribe, and we're not allowed to ask now, as I say, but if anyone does like to watch my content, I'll be really happy if you could subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing financially, but it really does help support my channel, and we're really trying to push this new channel along locally and within East Anglia and other bits and pieces, as we do bits out of the country as well. Anyway, thanks everyone. Thanks for your support, and I will be back with you very soon.